Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the inventor of the CTKS method and BORSOG trading. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. I just had a really interesting article. Coinbase partners with world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, to give Aladdin clients access to cryptocurrencies. What's Aladdin? And what is BlackRock? BlackRock is one of the largest financial institutions worldwide. It has 10 trillion in assets under management, or AUM, recorded in 2021. And what's Aladdin? It's a platform, and it stands for Asset Liability Debt and Derivative Investment Network. What kind of companies use BlackRock's Aladdin? Microsoft uses it, MetLife uses it, Credit Suisse Asset Management uses it, and it's big. When I say big, it's really big. It's actually hooked in globally. Is it a big deal about Coinbase using BlackRock's Aladdin integration? Yes, it is. In 2013, Aladdin handled about $11 trillion in assets under management, which was about 7% of the world's financial assets at that time, and it kept track of 30,000 investment portfolios. As of 2020, Aladdin managed 21.6 trillion in assets. It's a really big deal. Bitcoin is currently trading at 22,543. What we see in the background is the Nasdaq. And what do we see with Bitcoin's price action? It's getting pushed down while the Nasdaq is going up. In yesterday's video, we saw that the Bitcoin price action was getting below this level of support and was looking a bit weak, and I was saying it could probably come down, and that's what it did. It formed a local low at 36 and then rallied up to 37. Naughty Bitcoin, especially for people who sold on this way down. And one thing to bear in mind, price is always moving in a wave, rule 4. So price goes up and down and typically comes back to retest. And we've seen it resume down. Now, do we anticipate negative price momentum? In the short term, that could be a potential, but what you need to look at from the medium term is the fact that BlackRock has basically given the stamp of approval to crypto. This is really, really big. When institutions trade, they trade through an integrated platform. Now they have access to crypto. That is impressive. Many people might say, but Ken, they had that before. They could just, go and buy Bitcoin somewhere. But it's integrated into Aladdin, which is a risk management platform. It's different. It means basically that they can just press a button and acquire. This is incredibly positive news for the crypto industry as a whole. It actually has a tick of mainstream approval, and that's phenomenal. So does this mean that prices are just going to go up like a rocket to the moon? Well, not quite. We see the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones, the Russell 2000 and the S&P 500 all coming into a level of resistance. The Nasdaq is quite close. We can see the Dow is looking a bit weaker, but it's been looking weaker over time anyway. The S&P 500 is making its way slowly up to resistance at around the 43.73 mark, and we can see the Russell 2000 is pretty much already there. What does this mean? It means that sellers are above this line. Sellers know this particular resistance level and will seek to push price down. Why is that? Because it's profitable to do so. Looking at the main markets, in the past trading session, we see that price increased because fear came out of the market. This is really good. This is the key line in the sand, 12,847.50 on the Nasdaq 100. That's a really important line. And what we've seen is price just bounding around there, these two other key lines on, for example, 13,300 and 13,161. You can see price is doing its absolute best to get through these levels. That's actually really, really strong price momentum. But we know everything moves in a wave. Note how Bitcoin came down really harshly. Oh, it's so harsh, Bitcoin. And what does this mean? It means that Bitcoin is far, far more sensitive to negative price action through the major indices. And what do we notice with bond prices? Typically, bond prices, a flight into bonds is a risk-off activity. Basically, people are saying, get me out of the stock market. I'm going to get into those boring bond things. And what are we seeing here? Price is actually going up, but it's weakening. It's under this particular resistance. And what do we notice about yields? They move inversely from price. They're starting to bottom out. What about gold? Gold has absolutely got itself into that 1810 level. And why is that important? Because in terms of geopolitical risk, we're seeing a lot of posturing from China with the Nancy Pelosi visit. So that's spooking the markets a little bit. And what do we notice about the DXY? It's currently rejected this resistance level and it's come down. Does that mean it's broken? Not necessarily. What about oil? We can see oil was doing well, got above its resistance, turned it to support, and then said, I'm so weak, I'm out of here. And now has started to decay. That's actually a really good thing for inflation. And what do we notice about junk bonds? Junk bonds are continuing up. This signifies risk-on behavior. The next FOMC meeting is in approximately 47 days. And what have we noticed? The probability of 50 basis point increase has actually increased from 57% to 66.5% today. That's actually good news. The lower the percentage increase, the lower the number of basis point increase on the federal funds rate, the better it is for the economic system. For us as traders and investors, because the more likely stocks and therefore the major indices are to rally, and therefore Bitcoin. Now we've got an overall perspective on the markets. Let's get into our creed. As crypto technical analysts, we subscribe to the CTKS creed. That primes us for profitability in the crypto market. And this is simply just a list of things that we say to ourselves. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities and life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. Looking at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we currently have a reading of 30. And this means that a lot of optimism came into the market and has come out just recently. Why is that? Because of all this negative price momentum. One thing that we're aware of is that Bitcoin is coming up to a key support level, just literally around the current price of 22,515. And what we've noticed, the shorts are coming into the market with abandon. What generally happens when the shorts come up parabolically like this? Of course, price goes down. You can see it. And it's played out time and time and time again. When does it start to bottom out? Well, let's have a look at this one. Price came up. For example, the shorts came up. Price came down. There was a kind of a blow-off peak going straight up the wall. What do we see here with the current price action? Current shorts are literally going up the wall. What about this second hump here? Coming down a lot of different levels. A first impulse, a second impulse, a leveling off. What about the one before? First, second, leveling off. What about this? First, second, maybe we're going to see some leveling off. What does it mean? We could come down a little bit more in price, even to this 22,000, which is not really much of a reduction. But as soon as the longs start to get in there and start to spike up, we're going to see some really interesting things. Of course, the shorts will also want to take profit. Over the past 24 hours, there's been 136.29 million in liquidations across 50,983 positions. And when we look at total liquidations across the past 24 hours, we can say about 75% have been long liquidations. What about the past 12 hours? About 73% long. What about the past 4 hours? Say 61% long. What about the past hour? Ooh, it's gone the other way. The shorts are starting to get hit, say about 54%. What does this actually mean? The longs and the shorts are rotating around. So there were a lot of long liquidations. Now the short liquidations are occurring. Over the past 24 hours, we can see the long liquidations basically outmatch the shorts 2-1. And what is this accompanied by? Of course, negative price momentum. But as soon as the shorts start to get liquidated, it's going to go the other way, and there could be a short squeeze as well. Rule 45. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Turning to the top 8, we can see Bitcoin's price action coming in through here, reaching a level of support. Could be quite interesting. We may see a technical bounce. We've also got to just bear in mind what's happening with the main markets. They're heading into resistance. So a bit of volatility is likely. And let's have a look at Bitcoin's gravity on Ethereum. We can see Ethereum just stronger than Bitcoin, but obeying the gravitational basis. That's that blue line. We can see Bitcoin and Ethereum moving together. And this is really interesting. Look at Binance Coin. Binance Coin has said, nah, I'm out of here. Why would this be the case? Always seek to actively learn. Please let me know your ideas in the comments. We've talked about this many, many times. It should be quite obvious what this means. But for new viewers, maybe just have a look into the comments as well. There's so much wisdom shared in those comments. XRP, obeying Bitcoin's gravity. What about ADA, Cardano? Just obeying Bitcoin's gravity at the moment. Solana has been a bit weaker. It's had some incidences recently. Dogecoin, very much weaker than the other cryptos, as was really well pointed out in the comments yesterday. And what about DOT, just following Bitcoin's gravity at the moment? There's incredible wisdom in the comments, and we often talk about really important things to help you to be professional and have a really happy life, a professional trader and investor. Barnes said, because we talked about anger, Barnes said, whenever we are angry, we're not present in the moment. Anger focuses on things that have already happened or not yet happened, things that are out of our control, and this distorts meaning and clouds our judgment. Absolutely excellent, Barnes. And why do we talk about things like anger or meaning or any of those things? Why don't we just do buy and sell levels? Because after being in financial markets for more than 3 decades, I can tell you we all go through this cycle from panic to blame into conflict, and then into learning and courage, and then mastering fear. I want to get you into zone 3 and zone 4 as quickly as possible. Anger is a really big problem when it comes to trading and investing. Flamingo said, anger is a natural thing, but it becomes a problem when we blame someone else. If we carry the emotion of anger around for too long, it can create physical disease and negatively affect our lives. Flamingos suggest working through what you're feeling, those negative emotions, then letting it go, erasing it from your mind, and moving on to create a beautiful life. Thank you, Flamingo. Really, really wise words. And to Zoran, well done, your first comment ever, you legend. Zoran says, anger starts within yourself. It's in the mind, and the mind must be in control. You must control anger. If you don't, then you will not only lose money, but you can have horrible health problems as well. And Rule 705, anger destroys profit and success. And 713, anger is fear, not strength. Well done, Zoran. Many people think that anger is a form of strength. Actually, it's an absolute form of weakness. If we have empathy, love, gratitude, and kindness, it's really hard to be angry with others. We understand, and it's hard to be angry with ourselves as well. As a community, we focus on positive excellence and maintaining real wealth foundations. And the focus there is on inner and outer peace. With inner peace and outer peace, money and success just come naturally. With inner turbulence and outer turbulence, money and success become elusive. Let's have a look at some community favorites. Iotex holding up well. Despite the fact that Bitcoin came down heavily, it's still doing rather well. And Sushi not doing too badly at all, withstanding that gravitational pull of Bitcoin. We can see BTC ST came down when Bitcoin came down, as did people. Oh, poor people. I really like People. It's got so much trading depth. For trading depth, OP is very good as well. That trading depth means there's a lot of money inside People and OP. A lot of money inside People through an operation. Okay, anyway, we're not going to be doctors. Let's have a look at OP. OP is holding up quite well. That's optimism. That's a level 2 scaling solution on Ethereum. The scaling solutions did really quite well yesterday. LDO just maintaining itself, not pulled down so much with Bitcoin. And Perp actually maintaining itself pretty well as well. And Rose, we've seen a bit of a bounce up. Turning to DeFi, total value locked, or TVL, increased 0.97% up to 87.42 billion. Looking through the crypto market, we can see over the past day a 2.12% decrease to 1.06 trillion. We can see the greatest gainers: Flow up nearly 37%, TWT up nearly 10%, Engine Coin getting up near 6%, Chili's up about 5.5%, Phantom nearly 4%, and BNB nearly 3%. The greatest losers are LDO, just about 11% down, Optimism nearly 10% down, Ravencoin 6.5% down, Ethereum a little over 6% down, Rune about 5.8% down, and Near 5.52% down. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where do you think Bitcoin will be headed to? For example, A, the level 22,810, or level 1, 22,013, or level B or level C, or potentially level 2. Please let me know in the comments. This is really important for your active learning. The more you participate in your own learning, the stronger that you will become in crypto. And crypto rewards knowledge. I thought it could be really good. We spoke about meaning, and then we spoke about anger. I think speaking about outer peace would be very, very well suited. It just follows on very nicely. Please let me know your comments. Outer peace, how to get it, for example, and why you would even bother. Why not conflict? Why outer peace? That is a really good discussion point. And thank you everybody for your incredible comments. So many insightful comments. I'm going to keep on reading them out just in each episode. Now we have a really good lay of the land. Let's just quickly check through the crypto market. And this is all about identification of BORSOGing opportunities. Or you can do DCA if you're a long-term investor, or you can do swing trading. You can do so many different things. There's so many ways to trade and invest, and we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. So learning to trade is absolutely critical. Applications for the partial scholarship are still open, and the partial scholarship will dramatically reduce the cost of the masterclass. And the masterclass, you can see past testimonials just on this page if you would like to have a look at those. And also this particular video gives you an understanding of why I actually created the masterclass in the first place. And underneath there, if you would like to go down and look at the different feedback from different people, I'm sure it will be really interesting. The partial scholarship is open. I'll leave that link in the description of this video. We can see Bitcoin is currently trading at 22,514, down 3.47%. Ethereum is down 3.18% to 1593. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explained the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. Please consider sharing and liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you as a part of our globally extended KS family. Thank you for tuning in. I love sharing this time together, and what we're just doing is just running through all the different crypto sectors. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. And please note, the scammers are getting really busy. I do not have WhatsApp, and if anybody contacts you and wants you to contact them on WhatsApp or Telegram, run like the wind. Thank you also to the CTKS ambassadors for assisting Masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global family. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use, and also links to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Please use those links. You can get up to an 80%, well, it's 80% off going through the ambassadors. And also remember that partial scholarship is now open. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.